Alright, 6-3b, multiplying polynomials. In this problem here we have two binomials. So what you want to do is FOIL. So for that we would multiply first terms, which would be x and x. X times x is x squared. Then we want to do the outer terms, which would be x and negative 7. So x times negative 7 is negative 7x. The inner terms would be negative 4 and x, so we multiply those, that would be negative 4x. And then the last terms, well, negative 7 times negative 4 is positive 28. Now, we also want to combine like terms here because we have two x terms. X squared, these combined right here is negative 11x plus 28. And that is your final answer. X squared minus 11x plus 28.
For this problem, since it's a binomial and a trinomial, you're going to want to distribute each number of the binomial. So x times x squared, x third, and then x times negative 4x is negative 4x squared. Then x times 9 would be positive 9x. And then you're going to want to do it with the 3 too. So 3 times x squared is 3x squared. And then 3 times negative 4x is negative 12x. And then 3 times 27 is positive 27. And then you're going to want to cancel out and add like terms. So x to the third, then minus 4 plus 3, so 7x squared, then minus 9 minus 12, so negative 3x plus 27. So your final answer is x to the third minus 7x squared minus 3x plus 27. Excuse me, negative 1. So your final answer is x to the third minus 1x squared minus 3x plus 27.
Alright, for this problem we have three binomials. And for what you want to do for this one is you want to pick two of them, any one, it doesn't matter, and you want to FOIL them out. So for this one I'm just going to pick the first two and I'm going to FOIL them. So these two, you first, x times x is x squared, and then the outer, which would be x times negative 2x, so it would be minus 2x. The inner would be 9 and x, so you multiply that would be positive 9x. And then the last would be negative 2 and 9, multiply those together, it gets you negative 18. So we have that right there. You want to combine like terms real quick. So that would get you a negative 2x plus 9x would be positive 7x minus 18. So right now we eliminated these two right here and we're left with this. So we're going to bring this down, x minus 7. And what we're going to do is we're going to distribute the x and the negative 7 separately throughout all of these terms. So x times x squared would give you x cubed. X times positive 7x would get you 7x squared. And then x times negative 18 gets you negative 18x. And then we have to add, now we have to distribute the negative 7. And negative 7 times x squared would get you negative 7x squared. Negative 7 times positive 7x would get you negative 49x. Running out of room here, and then this right here, negative 7 times negative 18 would get you positive That would get you positive 126. Now we have to add and combine like terms. So there's no other x cubed, so it would just be x cubed. See, now we have positive 7x squared, negative 7x squared. So those would just cancel out, so you'd have no other x squared terms. And then we want to combine the x terms right here, negative 18x and a negative 49x. And when you get that, you get a negative 67x. Remember, usually there'd be an x squared there in most problems, but ours tended or happened to cancel out in this problem. And then there's no other terms without a variable, so it would just be 120. Excuse me, 126. So x squared minus 67x plus 126 would be your final answer.